What is going on, everybody? It's me, LiquidTruth. We are back in Snatcher. So last episode, we finally got into the bottom of Queen's Hospital. We solved the riddle of the Chinese lettering on the business card that we got. And it ended up being a bunch of chemicals for Benson, or for the name Benson, which means either Chief Benson or Harry Benson, the engineer or the chief in the police office, are snatchers. And so we came back to the hospital, got downstairs, where we found out they're doing all these procedures in the basement, the skin replacement procedures for the snatchers. And now we're going into door number 3. Are you ready, Random? Let's have a look at the last room.
Good God!
I read 4 human skeletons in this room.
It's their morgue!
Perhaps victims of the Snatchers?
Well, it doesn't look like whoever put them here was too worried about making sure they would rest in peace.
No, it doesn't. These have got to be their victims.
This is probably where they hide the bodies of the originals they snatch from places like Outer Heaven.
They probably picked Outer Heaven because it gets a lot of VIP traffic. Plus, during masquerade time, they could work the place and still keep their identities secret.
Yeah, and the guy who set up the link between them and Outer Heaven was Freddy, that taxi driver. They must have gone after him not because of who he was, but what he did. After all, with a taxi, there's plenty of chances to milk your customers for information. That's probably how they learned about Outer Heaven and Plato's Cavern.
I've been wondering what they had done with the bodies.
Want to hide a book? What better place than the library? Need to hide a body? How about the morgue?
And for them, keeping the bodies hidden is crucial. I mean, if somebody who's supposed to be dead is out walking the streets, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out that something screwy is going on.
That means that if we can figure out who these bodies were, then we've just nailed 4 snatchers.
I like how now we just have Random Hajil as like a buddy of ours who just hangs out like he's always been here. Let's take a look around first. It appears to have been a proper morgue at one time, but now is being used as little more than a closet. Look at the wall. There's a ventilation duct on one side of the room. The remains. One of the bodies is still decomposing. The other 3 are little more than skeletons. Ooh, I bet we're gonna find out one of these is our friends. Hold on, let's look at the duct. There is a cover on the duct, but it has been weakened by oxidation. Smell. Ugh, that stench. So that's what rotting protein smells like. The decomposition process releases numerous gases. This is me doing acting work. Hopping in my acting bag. Damn, this song is sick. I don't like the constant, hold on, how can I show you this? This thing here, this light, like ignore what I'm looking at, like the save state, all this shit. But this blue light back here, I'm gonna move the mouse. That blue light, I just pointed my finger at the screen. Jesus Christ, I'm stoned out of my mind. That blue light that's over the skeleton that's flickering, I don't like the sound that's making, but the music in general, I like it. And I like how it has like a very grungy, like literal, grainy, almost vinyl-like texture that this Sega sound chip has. It sounds really cool. Like, hold on, I'll be quiet real quick. Anyway, look around the room. There are a few droppings on the floor from mice who were no doubt feeding on the bodies. Oh, I did the wrong voice. See, fucked me up. Investigate. A number of different insect larvae have infested the body. It has been well preserved, to say the least. But it's definitely a human body. Estimated time of death. The insects infesting a decomposing body can be divided into 8 large groups. Each of those groups works on the body for roughly 15 days, making an 8 by 15 day or 4-month cycle. As such, an analysis of the variety of number and size of the organisms in the body allows a rather accurate estimation of which group is currently present. In other words, you can figure out how long the victim's been dead without analyzing the body itself, right? On this particular body, flies have laid eggs and the maggots have grown into adult flies, so it has been less than 30 days since death. As for the other 3 bodies, 1 full cycle has been completed, so at least 4 months have passed. 30 days? I don't know how long we've been in Neo Kobe. It can't have been more than like a month because it still hasn't been Christmas. Let's investigate the cause of death. Can you determine the cause of death? The bodies are severely damaged. Such a determination would require more extensive facilities than that are available here. All right, well, let's check out... Ooh, identities. We need to know. What about the identity of the victims? Hair, clothing, even teeth, anything that could be used to make an identification is gone. Damn snatchers. They're careful to make sure their identities didn't get out. If we even had some teeth, we might be able to make an ID. I'm looking at teeth. What about these teeth here? They've been deliberately misaligned to prevent identification. Then I guess we'll never be able to ID them. There is a way. What? How? We can perform a simulated reconstruction. Fortunately, the skulls of the victims are still intact. Reconstruction, eh? Good idea. Great idea. Let's investigate the duct first. Or hold on, identity. Oh no, we already did all that. Let's try simulated reconstruction, Gillian. Duct. Is connected to an underground air circulation system. Oh, whoops. It may even lead to the tube liner as well. Warm air is flowing from the vent. It is apparently a rather large duct. All right, let's reconstruct the corpse. Metal. Let's do this reconstruction thing on the bodies.
Now performing simulated reconstruction of the head and facial features of each of the 4
chief.
victims.
It's gonna be the chief.
Commencing with victim number 1. Now performing craniometric analysis. X-ray and sagittal X-ray, magnetic resonance imaging, and positron CT data gathered. Complete cranial data now being compiled. Craniometric analysis complete. Now commencing reconstruction. First, victim's age. Estimate based on 1. Presence or absence of cranial fontanelles and chroma of epicranial sutures. 2. Area of facial region and cranium. 3. Height of upper and lower jaw and development of alveolar part. And 4. Location of cranial center of gravity. Next, victim's sex. Estimate based on 1. Overall size of cranium. 2. Parietal bone angle. And 3. Development of splachnocranium. Lastly, victim's race. Estimate based on 1. Overall cranial configuration. 2. Volume of intercranial cavity. And 3. Mass of the skull. Now commencing soft feature reconstruction based on averaged results of
We're doing
analysis.
eugenics to determine...
Reconstructing. Initial phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features. Reconstruction of head of first victim completed.
It's Freddie Nielsen.
Moving on to second victim. Now commencing reconstruction of features of victim number 2. Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis
So
complete.
Freddie Nielsen, just so you
Now
know, is the
commencing
guy
reconstruction using the same techniques as the
that drove the
previous
taxi,
reconstruction.
and we went to his apartment. I bet this is his wife.
Initial phase completed.
Lisa, I think is her name.
Margin of error on estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use
Lisa
of
Nielsen?
average values. Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
Yeah, that's
Reconstruction
her.
of head of second victim completed.
That's Lisa Nielsen.
Moving on to third victim. Now
Ooh, this is
commencing
getting good,
reconstruction
dude.
of
I like this
features of
reveal.
victim number 3. Now starting
who's it gonna
craniometric
be?
analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction.
It's gonna be
Craniometric analysis
Napoleon,
complete.
Harry,
Now
or
commencing reconstruction using
what
the
if
same
it's
techniques as
Jamie?
the previous reconstruction. Reconstructing.
it's the chief.
Initial phase completed.
no,
Margin of
maybe
error
it's
on
Harry.
estimate of victim's race, 10% based on use of average values.
I think this is the chief.
Now adding postulated hair and eye features.
No,
Reconstruction
no,
of head
that's
of third victim completed.
Who in the world is that?
That's the director of Queen's Hospital, Shin Fui, what's his face,
Chin Shu O, Gillian. Moving on to last victim. Now
So
commencing
he's the Chinese
reconstruction
doctor.
of features
Okay.
of victim number 4.
This one's the most recent.
Yeah,
It's
this
still
is what we're gonna
decomposing.
want.
Now starting craniometric analysis. Complete cranial data now being compiled using the same techniques as the previous reconstruction. Craniometric analysis complete.
Is it
Now
Jamie,
commencing reconstruction
Harry,
using the same techniques as the
Mika?
previous reconstruction.
Katrina? Ooh,
Reconstructing.
that's the chief. That's the
Initial
chief.
phase completed. Margin of error on estimate of victim's race 10% based on use of averaged values. Now adding postulated hair and eye
10% is
features.
kind of a high margin.
Reconstruction of head of final victim completed.
Who's that? Chief? Can't tell his hair.
It's the chief!
Ah,
What? The chief is a snatcher. The Benson on the scrap of that patient record was Benson Cunningham.
Judging from the condition of the body, I would estimate that the snatching took place approximately 1 month ago.
So it was the chief who sabotaged our turbocycle. And those matches we found in Harry's room, the chief must have put them there to try to set him up.
No doubt Harry figured it out and decided to leave that face-to-face message. Wait a minute. Didn't Mika say that Harry had left to go find the chief?
That's right. He was probably trying to track down some evidence on the chief.
Gillian, I'd say that this Harry has put himself in a pretty dangerous spot.
If
no.
it was the chief that sabotaged the turbocycle, doesn't that mean that he already knows we're onto him?
Damn! Harry and Mika are in danger!
That's far enough, Junker. Your little investigation is over.
It's them!
Who? Snatchers?
Get them!
Whoa. Oh, this is a cool style.
My arm! I can't reach my blaster! I'm hit in the leg!
Is that the best you can do, Junker?
Who's there? Jin Shuo, you scum!
It seems you still have some fight left in you. You two are finished, but our plans move forward. We are now entering Phase 2. And when we do, not only this city, but the entire world will be ours to command.
Phase 2? What are you talking about?
As you know, our operations have been hindered up to now by the flaws in our artificial skin. The skin's shortcomings have kept us away from ultraviolet rays, forcing us to do our work at night, underground, or in the winter. In the end, we had to construct a hospital like this, all because of the flaws
So
in
that's
our
some sort of saxophone.
artificial skin. This was the only difference between us and you humans. But now we have broken this barrier.
Huh?
Why is he talking like
We
that?
are
He's
on the
a
verge
snatcher.
of developing a perfect artificial skin, thanks to the cooperation of a new partner in our plan.
Perfect artificial skin? A new partner?
Once
Somebody with a
we
bunch of
have
money.
the new skin, nothing will be able to stop us. And with that, our plan moves to Phase 2. Our little experiment in this city will end, and we'll move in force to take over the world.
Don't be so sure. You won't get out of the city that easy.
You humans are always so overconfident, so naive.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're aware that the
Yo, this
Kyoto
song in the
Summit,
background
being
is
held
sick.
to decide how to handle the Snatcher problem, opens tomorrow.
Oh, and they're sending a snatcher.
Is that right?
Yes. Countries around
Snatcher
the world
chief.
are concerned about the Snatcher problem. It will be one of the main topics discussed at this year's summit.
That's right. Tomorrow, we attack the summit.
You must be crazy.
And they
The
replace,
security
like,
there will
world
be
leaders.
incredible. You won't even get close.
Must I explain everything to you, Junker? Aren't you even aware that a fellow Junker will be giving a special presentation at the summit?
The chief! Cunningham! So that's why you snatched him.
We've known that your chief would be speaking at the summit for over 3 months now.
Gillian, the summit is tomorrow. We have to hurry.
Listen, we have your chief. You junkers are at our mercy, and so is this city. And tomorrow, we move on the world. Nothing can stop us now. We will finally achieve our long-awaited goal of global domination.
Who is this we you keep talking about?
We are an evolved life form, given life in the depths of the Kremlin by our creator, Modnar.
What?
We are a new race.
Modnar?
Modnar? The Kremlin? Those names are familiar, but...
Our goal is to
What?
snatch all of the world's leaders and then achieve total control of human thought and worldwide
Okay, so I
racial
was right.
unification.
You're insane. Humanity won't be so easily dominated. You underestimate the strength of the human spirit.
I think not. In the same way as the Nazis, our strategy begins with the overpowering of the spirit of the people. We will strike at you humans' weakest point, the most primitive part of your psychological makeup, your suspiciousness and fear. By provoking suspicion and mistrust throughout the populace, we will destroy that fragile fabric which holds your society together, that of trust. Fear is you humans' weak point. It is the primitive part of your brains that binds you forever to your animal ancestors and makes you vulnerable. By stimulating that part of your atavistic instincts, our plan can succeed magnificently.
Gillian, at this rate, they'll kill us all. You've got to get out alive. You're a junker.
Just what have you have in mind?
I've got a big fireworks show ready for them. Better that than get snatched.
What? You're gonna blow yourself
You
up?
better not kill
No,
yourself.
We're better off fighting together.
Hey, it won't work. I'm hit in the thigh. Ow. Oh, damn. A bounty hunter can't do anything with a leg wound like this. I might as well have been shot in the head.
There must be some way out of here.
Hey, I wasn't doing this job just for fun. I stayed ready for situations like this. I've always been prepared to go out with a bang.
It's December. A little late for fireworks.
So it'll be an off-season show.
No, I can't let you.
My belt's packed with TNT-PX. You know, that really strong stuff they use in the mines on Mars. One push, and this whole hospital will go. No trouble at all. No time to sit around thinking, Junker boy. Go! What are you doing? Get your butt moving, you fool! Get out through this air shaft. I've got a powerful strobe on me. Its flash will screw up their sensors long enough for you to get out. Now, you with me? Fireworks are better from a distance anyway, Gillian.
Are you two finished chatting? Then I think it's time for you to die. We're quite busy, you know.
You ready? When I give the signal, break into the air shaft and run, and don't forget your blaster.
Metal,
I
stay
wonder what
with
I have to
me.
do,
Yes, sir.
or
Random.
if he's going to do it on his own.
Gillian! Doesn't look like I'm gonna have a chance to call in that debt you owe me.
Don't worry. I'll pay it back to the Snatchers with interest.
All right, go! Run, Gillian!
With interest. Okay, cool.
Metal, are you okay?
no.
I'm alien. I think.
Metal, something broken?
Okay, but it appears that language circuits have been damaged somewhat.
What happened?
Random blew himself up after getting us into this air shaft.
Random.
Gillian, that explosion should have taken all of Queen's Hospital with it.
The thick walls of this duct must have shielded us from enough of the blast. If it wasn't for Random, we wouldn't have made it. Oh, Random.
Gillian, we have no time for grief now. We must get back to Junker headquarters as
Can we
quickly
turn
as
on
possible.
some lights?
Harry and Mika are in danger.
You're right. And I have to keep my promise to Random. But first, we have to figure out how to get out of here.
I can't see a thing. What should we do?
Turn on the light first. Metal, turn your light on, will you? I was waiting for you to ask. Let there be light. Well, let's try moving forward. There could be snatchers waiting for us. Please use extreme caution. How far does this thing go? Gillian, are you sure that this thing has an exit? Alright, first thing, I'm gonna save. You know the drill? Overwrite the save. Alright, now let's move. We can't go back. This way is blocked by debris. We have to look, I guess. Front. My light isn't powerful enough. It appears to continue on. We can probably keep moving forward, but it's likely to be a dead end. Buried alive, eh? Great. Check real careful. There's gotta be a way out somewhere. Investigate the ground. What's this? There's some sand spilled here. How did this get here? I can hear the sound of water flowing. We must be close to a way out of this thing. Keep moving forward. I don't know if they're moving at all or if it's just saying we can maybe move forward. Look at the front. Looks like it continues for some distance. I can hear water. Can't be a dead end. At the wall or some kind of scratches here. Scratches? Check them out. Investigate. Scratches? The scratch is caused by the scraping of a very hard, claw-like object of some kind. A snatcher? Maybe they were using this as some kind of shortcut. A back route. Remember the bathroom that we went in where there was like water in there and we didn't know what it was, and then next time we went in there it was just like gone? Move. Keep moving. Again, I don't know if this is us moving. We'll investigate with the motion detector. Metal, picking up any movement? I'm afraid the shock of that explosion has damaged my motion detector. So is it working or not? I'm getting partial readings, but they are not as sensitive as they should be. We get attacked in a narrow area like this. We've had it. Please pray for us, Gillian. We've got to make it out of here. Damn. So I have to depend on my own eyes and ears, do I? Investigate the sand. Alright, now analyzing this sand. Iron particles, high quantities of phosphorus. This type of sand is particular to the M district in Neo Kobe. The M district, eh? Around the old factory, right? What's that mean? Investigate the scratches. It appears that a snatcher was dragged through here. A human body would not have caused such marks. Maybe that naked snatcher we saw in the operating room. That's probably correct. An endostructure before the artificial skin was installed. Seems most likely. Ground. For an air duct, the quantity of dust is quite low. That means that this thing is used regularly, right? Yes. There's certainly no reason why anyone would ever deliberately clean a duct like this. Uh-oh, Snow 9 time. Gillian, it is Snow 9. Alright, we gotta go. We can probably keep moving, but it's likely to be a dead end. We can't move, I guess. Investigate the pollen. Alright, I will gather and analyze a sample of the air here. Gillian, The results are as I would have expected. Though the concentration is thin, there's definitely Snow 9 present. Snow 9, huh? Is it okay to breathe in? You will be safe at these concentrations. Look to the front. Looks like it continues for some distance. There's probably a sewer or something nearby. Again, I don't know if I'm moving at all. I just have to investigate. The farther we go, the higher the concentration. It must be coming from that direction. Ceiling. It's constructed quite well. There are signs that construction to reinforce it has been carried out. Motion detector. The sensors are not showing anything. It looks like it continues for some distance. Both the right and left side of the walls of the duct have scratches on them as if something hard had bumped into them. It's from the Snatchers when they moved through the duct, I bet. Reinforcing bars formed of level 4 hardness steel alloy have been installed. It is quite strong. That's what saved us. Guess we should thank him, huh? It seems that this is not just a simple air duct. Reinforcing bars formed of level 4 hardness steel alloy. Oh, it's the same thing. It is quite unusual that the particular sand would be present here. It was no doubt brought here by someone. Listen. Alright, well, how do we move? Snatcher was dragged. Reinforcing bars. Should be good to move. Probably keep moving. Again, I don't know if we're moving at all. Not reading anything at the moment. The farther we go, the higher the concentration. Appears that a snatcher was dragged. Sand was brought here. The lower surface is constructed of reinforced concrete. It does not seem to be just an ordinary air duct. It's like the Snatchers have been using it to move around. With these scratches and the presence of Snow 9, I'd say it is definite. I sure don't want to meet up with any of them in a tight space like this. Okay, I think that... Okay, advance. Alright, continuing forward. Jeez, this thing just keeps going. I thought your motion detector didn't work. Insectors, Gillian. You've got to be kidding. Not here. Oh shit. Holy shit, there's a lot. Let's take it easy. Please don't die. There's a lot of insectors in here. Oh my god, okay. I'm no longer reading any motion. Whew, they really build a lot of those, don't they? That was really close. Yeah, I took 5 hits. Only one more and I would have been curtains. Those insect doors must be the security for this area. Which means that at the end of the duct... I'm not reading any more motion. Let's move on. Don't want to meet up with any more of those spiders. Look, a way out. We're saved, Gillian. Metal, don't let your guard down.
What in the world?
This is part of the tube liner, the city's long-abandoned subway system.
You mean Queen's Hospital and this were connected?
Yes, it would appear that the Snatchers were using this to move from place to place. This would provide them with the perfect way to move about while still avoiding the ultraviolet rays they hate so much. We should have realized this sooner. The city is crisscrossed by the tube liner's old lines, and since they are abandoned, the Snatchers could move undetected as well.
Aha! That's how those two we caught a glimpse of at the abandoned factory where Gibson was killed were able to disappear so quickly. They must have used this subway.
That would appear to be correct. The tube liner passes underneath that factory site as well. That would also explain why sand from the factory was in the air duct at the hospital.
So this is the trick they were using to stay out of the sun and avoid being seen while they moved around.
Now we know why it took so long to uncover them.
All right, let's follow the subway. We should be able to get out when we get to the nearest station.
How far does this bloody thing go? We're probably lost. I wonder where we are. Metal, how much farther do we have to go to reach the next station? He doesn't know. Since I don't know what our exact present location is, I cannot give you... Whoops, my bad. I cannot give you an accurate figure. This part of the system didn't have very many stations. We will probably have to walk quite a bit further. Up to the front. Metal, can you see what's up ahead? It appears that the tunnel continues for as far as I can see. The only sound is that of our own footsteps. Look behind. That's the area we just passed through. I see nothing out of the ordinary. In the front, I cannot see anything else. What part of the city is this? I believe we're probably underneath the MR district. Hey, Metal. Yes, Gillian? Nothing. Just wanted to make sure you were awake. Metal, can you hear any trains approaching? What are you saying, Gillian? This tube liner system has been abandoned for years. Uh-oh. Gillian, what's wrong?
Look, Metal, light!
Yes, but this doesn't look like a station.
Okay, I thought it was a train.
There's a ladder!
Where do you suppose it leads, Gillian?
I don't have the slightest, but let's climb it and see.
All right, now climbing the ladder. We seem to have emerged into an odd place.
This is the bathroom
Wait,
that I told you about in the Nielsen's apartment.
It's Freddie Nielsen's bathroom. He was using this shaft from the bathtub to get down into the subway. So that's how he did that.
Ah, yes. As I recall, after you disposed of Lisa, he somehow entered the apartment without using the regular entrance.
Which he accomplished by using this secret passage into his bathtub.
The bathtub must be of a double construction. The bottom is actually a lid. When they wanted to hide the passage, all they needed to do was fill the tub. And to get in and out, they would just drain the water into another tank.
Jeez. Double bottom bathtubs? Abandoned subways? Snatchers really go out of their way to stay out of the sun.
Okay, Gillian, let's head outside.
Okay. Go to the living room. This is Freddy's living room. Let's actually investigate that map. The late 20th century map. Moscow, eh? Shinshu over at Queen's Hospital had a picture of St. Basil's Cathedral. The chief keeps a picture of Red Square hidden. How come everybody's such a big Moscow fan these days? What's going on here? I mean, we know because that guy told us. Moscow seems to hold some clue to this whole thing, doesn't it? Moscow. Did that guy say something about it? Before the explosion, didn't Shinshuo say something about achieving what was meant to be 55 years ago in the depths of the Kremlin? Now that you mention it, this map is from exactly that era, isn't it? Moscow, 55 years ago. The key to understanding the Snatchers no doubt lies there. This has to have some meaning. I don't think they'd paste a 50-year-old map up here just as a decoration. We know it has meaning, the guy told us. Look at the map. Large-scale map of Moscow. Move, let's exit. Be careful that you don't touch the tape lines. Tape? You mean this laser beam, right? Don't break the beam, Gillian. You'll have people from headquarters all over the place. It's a security sensor, you know? I see. Gotta make sure nobody messes with the evidence after all. Yeah. Geez, I feel like I'm breaking into the place of something. We're outside of Nielsen's apartment. Thank God. Now let's get back to headquarters. Into the turbocycle. How do you plan to get back? We have no turbocycle. Are we going to walk it? Aren't there any taxis or anything around here? Why don't we search the area? Look at the area. Look, there's a taxi over there. It's a man taxi. The driver is behind the wheel. Ooh, I bet it's gonna be the Snatcher. It's gonna be the guy that lives in this apartment. The cab is for hire. Shall we board it? Ride in taxi. All right, let's board the taxi. We've boarded the taxi. Where to, sir? This is a man cab. I can take you anywhere you want to go. Let's look at the driver. His face is concealed. Polarizing film has been placed on the rearview mirror. Hey, this is a black taxi, you know. Don't be so nosy, okay? Remember Lisa said that he drove a black taxi? Investigate inside the car. The driver's identification is not posted on the dashboard. Come on, stop that, please. Now, where would you like to go? Look inside. The car has been modified to operate on manual only. Come on, you know the unspoken rule. Drivers and passengers of black taxis aren't supposed to interfere with each other's business, you know? All right. Let's... On urgent business. Get us to Junker headquarters as quickly as you can. Junker headquarters, eh? What you want to go there for? Something going down? Take me there. We're in a hurry. That's some kind of joke, sir? You can't be serious. This is a man taxi. You know I can't go to a place like that. Metal, I think we picked a weird taxi. Look at the driver. From here, we can only see the back of his head. Hey, listen, I'm a junker. Take me to Junker headquarters and do it quickly. I'm afraid not. Going somewhere else. You want to know where that is? Uh-oh. Where? Straight to... Oh, shit. To hell. Pull the gun out. Shinshuo!
Is he dead?
He's junk now. Stubborn one, wasn't he?
Jeez. He made it through that explosion and was waiting for us out here. If those things ever get control of the city, there's no way we'll ever get it back. We've got to stop them before that.
And to do that, we have to prevent the chief from getting to the Kyoto summit.
I know. And I have to pay back my debt to Random.
Let's use this taxi to get back to Junker headquarters.
I planned on it. I just hope Mika and Harry are safe.
We've arrived at Junker headquarters. I certainly hope Mika and Harry are safe. Alright, Metal. This is it. The final showdown. Are you ready? Let's go. Now entering the headquarters. This is the lobby. Oh, looks like there's gunshots in the window. What? The shutter on the reception booth is closed. This is the protective shutter for the reception booth. It's automatically lowered in times of danger. Look at the door. The emergency light is flashing on the door check panel. So headquarters has been put on emergency status. It appears that something attacked this place. The shutter on the reception booth is closed. So where did Mika go? The only switch to release the lock on the main door is inside the reception booth. Look at the shutter. It functions as a protective shield, so there's no way to see inside the booth with it like this. Investigate. The surface of the shutter shows evidence of having been struck by fire from an energy weapon. I read motion. Something is in the booth. Alright, we're gonna save. First things first. Those insectors almost killed us. And now, let's investigate the shutter. Gillian, we have to open this somehow. Look at it. Go inside, we have to open the shutter. There are a few holes in the shield, no doubt caused by a blaster or cannon fire. Cannon? Then it's Snatchers who did this. The booth appears to have been struck. Is Mika still in the booth? I'm trying to open it, dude. I'm trying to look. Look at the area. The booth appears to have been struck. At the door. Investigate the door. It's been locked from the inside. The only way to open it is from inside the booth. Go inside. Only switch to releasing. I know, I mean go inside the damn booth, you idiot. Shutter. Can't this be opened from the outside? If it has an emergency external connection port, then it can be opened from the outside. Look. Then investigate the booth. Metal, find this external connection jack. Here we are. I've located an emergency external connection port on the side of the booth. With this, I'll be able to open the shutter. Do it. Now plugging into with emergency external connection port. Releasing lock mechanism. Now opening the shutter.
All right, I'm going to open it, but please use extreme caution. Anything could be inside.
Mika! Mika, are you all right? Metal, how is she?
Her pulse is normal. The only external injuries are to her forehead, and they are not serious. There's been no significant blood loss.
She's being dramatic.
Mika, come on, snap out of it. It's me, Gillian.
Gillian? Gillian.
Mika, what happened?
Gillian, the chief. The chief is a Snatcher.
So he's finally shown his true colors.
Harry's...
What's happened to Harry?
Harry put me in the pod and sealed the main door. He locked the Snatcher in.
That was smart. Not even a Snatcher can get through this shield.
So where's Harry?
He said keep the door sealed no matter what happens in there. And then he went in. Gillian, please help him.
Harry! Mika, open the door. I'm going in. Metal, we're going in. Be careful. That Snatcher could be hiding anywhere.
Yes, sir.
Gillian, please be careful. The chief is very cunning. Don't let your guard down.
Don't worry. I'll watch myself in there.
We're in the main hallway. What's this? Someone is down. That hat. Harry.
Harry!
Oh, Gillian, is that you? I'm getting old. Just look at me.
What happened?
I saw the chief messing with your turbocycle, and that weird picture in his office.
Metal, how is he? Metal!
I do not wish to say.
Really that bad, huh?
Gillian, when I confronted him about what I saw, he showed me what he really was. I was barely able to even scratch him.
That's enough, Harry. I understand. Metal, is there anything we can do for him?
Gillian, I'm sorry.
Harry, you'll be okay. It doesn't look like you're hurting too bad. This'll work out perfect. You always were working too hard anyway. Why don't you take a nice long vacation somewhere and rest up?
Yeah, sure. Nice try, Gillian, but it's my body. I know I ain't gonna make it. You were a good kid, Gillian.
Harry!
I don't know how to say this right, but I've always had a special feeling about you. I've always had trouble talking to people since I was little, like my father. What I can remember of him.
Pulse and blood pressure falling.
Oh, no.
Harry, hang in there. You and I were gonna go out and tie one on, remember?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You, me, and Jean, the three of us.
But John is...
Metal, quiet!
Gillian, I've lived my life alone. I didn't know my parents or family. Always so stubborn, glued to my research. I never really trusted anybody. That was a mistake.
Blood pressure continuing to fall.
Harry?
After Jean died, I felt it. Human warmth, companionship.
I know what you mean.
Gillian, I just wanted to get along with everybody. I don't need no Nobel Prize. For 50 years, I've been searching, trying to find something I lost. Looks like I'll never find it now.
Gillian, he's about...
Looks
no.
like I've been talking too much. It's up to you now, Gillian. I'm finished. You won't forget this, old grouch, will you?
Harry!
Gillian, you've got to believe in yourself. You're the last junker.
Harry! Harry!
Pulse 0. Pupils are dilated.
Cunningham! No! Snatcher! I'll get you for this!
We have no time for
That's
grenades.
amazing.
That Snatcher is still hiding somewhere here in headquarters.
Metal, listen to me. If that Snatcher gets me, you've got to take Mika and run. Then you've got to blow up Junker headquarters. Blow it sky high! You understand me?
Yes, sir. I just hope it doesn't come to that. So, where should we start our search?
That ruled. Let's start at the shooting range. That's where we've been the least. This is the shooting range. Look around. I don't see the Snatcher. Search. Booth shadows. There's a good chance it's hiding in here somewhere. I will check it out now. Are you ready? No Snatchers here. Alright. I'll check it out now. Please be careful. Nothing unusual. Search above the booth. Check it out now. No Snatchers. I'll look. Motion detect. How about motion in the shooting range? Read anything? We are the only ones registering on my motion detector. All right. Again, we'll save. Don't want any bad news. So we'll go from the shooting range to the computer room. This is the computer room. Search. Terminal shadow. I will check it out now. No snatchers here. Under the desk. No snatchers. I don't see any snatchers. Register any motion here in the computer room, Metal? I don't read any movement. We are the only ones in the area. Alright. Go from here, the detective's room. This is the detective's room. Can't find any sign of the Snatcher. We're gonna play it actual smart and just go to the chief's office. We'd assume that's where he is, right? This is the chief's office. Motion detector. I don't read any movement. Search outside window. What, in a place like this? I will check it out now. Are you ready? Nothing there. Search under the sofa. I will check it out now. Nothing here. Under the desk. What? Oh, sorry. Nothing there. Let's go engineering. Looks different. This is engineering. Pick up any motion in engineering, Metal? There's no reading. My movement sensors is functioning properly. The ceiling fan is the only thing moving. I will check out under the desk. Nothing there. I will check out the work table. Sorry, nothing there. Check out behind the work table. About the only place one could hide in this room is here, right? Alright, now investigating. Nothing unusual. I can't find any sign of the Snatcher. Alright, now we gotta go... I guess just check the detective's room. We checked everything else. This is the detective's room. Any motion readings in the detective's room? There's no reading. My movement sensor is functioning properly. Search inside the locker. Alright, checking the locker. Nobody there. Under the desk. Nothing unusual there. Under the far desk. Nothing unusual. I can't find any signs of the Snatcher. Metal detector. The result is the same, Gillian. Where the hell do we go? The hallway? We're in the main hallway. We've checked all the rooms. Where could it be? Let's go through all the rooms one more time. Oh no. Start in the computer room. Motion detect. We're the only ones registering. Search under the desk. Nothing there. Terminal shadow. Nothing there. Nothing here. Go back to the chiefs. What's this? There's something on the desk. Oh, blood dripping. There's some kind of stain on the desktop. There was no stain like this a few moments ago. Stain was not there before. It's blood. It appears that blood is dripping from the ceiling. And you can't look at the ceiling? Yes, blood is dripping from the ceiling. Pool of blood on the desktop. Search. Ceiling. Why don't we investigate the ceiling? Huh? Cunningham.
The lighting control system has been destroyed.
Oh no. we're gonna have to fight him in the dark?
Distance to motion readings increasing.
Is he trying to run?
Motion readings have vanished.
You got past me this time, Snatcher.
Headquarters emergency lighting has been activated.
Can we find him again?
We should go after him immediately.
We'll find him. We know he's somewhere inside headquarters.
The Snatcher has been wounded. We should look for traces of blood.
Oh no, Mika better... Oh no. Where should we go? Hallway? We're in the main hallway. Harry's bot is the only thing around. Just wait here a little longer, Harry. I'll get the bastard for you. Where should we go? Engineering? This is engineering. Can't find any sign of the Snatcher. Search for a bloodstain. Can't locate any signs of blood. Snatcher's wounded, so there must be blood somewhere. Detective's room. This is the detective's room. Search for blood. Can't locate any signs of blood. Search the locker just in case. Again? Just to make sure. Sorry, nobody's there. Alright, continue moving then. Shooting range. This is the shooting range. Search for blood. There are no traces of Snatcher's blood in this area. But Snatcher's wounded. There must be blood somewhere. Go to computer. This is the computer room. I don't see any evidence of blood anywhere. Search under the desk. Nothing unusual there. That's funny. I was pretty sure that I at least winged him. Snatcher's wounded. There has to be blood somewhere. Back to engineering. No traces of blood. Searching the same place over and over will not do any good. I don't read any movement. Yeah, I know it won't do any good, you idiot, but you guys make me do that in this game. I'll, like, search something and then you guys will be like, no, maybe we should go back. Blood stain, there are no traces of blood. Has to be in the hallway? Damn, where is he hiding? There's no way for it to get out of headquarters. There's still some rooms we haven't checked. Is there? We didn't check the front. Let's check the lobby. The lobby? You never know. But the main door was sealed off when we came in. We've checked and double-checked everywhere else. Oh no.
The main door has been opened. Did Mika open it?
Wait, Mika's not in the pod. What happened?
The lighting has been disconnected.
Oh no.
Don't move, Seed.
Cunningham, is that you?
I read motion. He is definitely in here.
Where are you? Show yourself.
I'm right here. I don't need to run or hide from you.
Mika!
No, Gillian, don't move. It's a trap.
A hostage? You cowardly scum! Mika, why did you open the entrance?
I don't know. I was really scared. I mean, the emergency light's coming on so suddenly.
Seed, go ahead and shoot. But you'd better be a pretty good shot, or this kid goes home in a bag.
Shoot, Gillian. Kill this thing. Don't worry about me.
Mika!
What are you going to do?
I have you now, Junker.
Nice try. I didn't hit her. I didn't hit her. Did that count as hitting her? Do I have to put the gun away with that one? shoot her twice.
The Snatcher's functions have been terminated.
Mika, are you all right?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Thank you.
Harry? I got him. Random? Sorry it took so long, but this ought to make us even.
Junker? You may have stopped me, but it's not over yet.
Gillian, this is just residual energy feedback. Its power levels are dropping rapidly.
Crane's hospital was nothing more than a maintenance facility. We have comrades operating throughout the city, more than you can imagine. Now our plans will move into Phase 2. For that, we will enlist the help of Professor Lorraine. Your existence is meaningless, as long as you don't get your memory back. Good luck, Junker.
My memory? Comrades? Professor Lorraine?
Harry! Why? Please tell me. Why do so many good people have to die?
Mika!
This is all wrong.
Mika, don't worry. I won't let anybody else die. I've made a promise to Harry and Random. But the city is still full of Snatchers. This fight is just beginning.
Gillian, I have an urgent video call from Jamie. I'll connect you.
Gillian, I've got my memory back. I remember everything.
Your memory? So what about us, Jamie? Who are we?
Gillian, it's terrible. What we've done.
Jamie, what's wrong?
I can't tell you something like this over the video phone. I would have been better off never remembering.
Okay, Jamie, calm down. I'll head out right now. Where are you? Is it snowing?
I'm sorry, Gillian. I can't tell you. They've taken our boy hostage.
Our boy? Who?
Professor Modner is here too.
Jamie, what are you talking about?
I'm so sorry.
What is happening?
Snatcher!
Gillian!
We have Professor Lorraine. We only require her cooperation for a short period here at the Kremlin. So for now, I suggest you avoid doing anything foolish, Professor Seed.
What? Professor Seed? I remember at the beginning I thought they were Snatchers. Now it seems more likely that they were involved in the creation of Snatchers. Would you like to save what has happened at this point? Yes. Was her real name Lorraine? I don't know what's going on. The story's definitely picking up, though. This has been like the best episode. Hello? Hello?
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center. A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gillian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
That's correct. That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatcher's headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Mental. What about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Yes.
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing.
He's so stupid.
Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me.
He said nothing.
Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell
Grab
me
him by
everything
his
you know
legs
about
and
me.
break him like a toy.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
You knew all along?
Of course.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there.
It's just straight up
In
alien.
addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the Army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
That's Harry's picture, from when he was a kid.
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son. It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
What?
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information gained from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian Seed and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
Harry was my son. Did he know?
No. It was highly classified information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
First of all, what's the Snatcher's weak point? Ultraviolet rays. This is the Snatcher's weak point. That's correct. Their weak point is their defective artificial skin. Long-term exposure to ultraviolet rays causes mutations in the melanocytes in the stratum basal of their skin, which become cancerous. Specifically, long ultraviolet rays in the 250 to 350 nanometer range is responsible for causing the cancer. That's right. And that's the reason that they're so limited to when they can be out. They only come out at night in the middle of the winter and wear sunscreen even then. That's the method that Jean used to figure out what the Snatchers were up to. How ironic. It turns out that the destruction of the ozone layer actually had a benefit for us humans. That's right. Now, what method were they using to move and be able to avoid ultraviolet rays and sunlight at the same time? The underpass? This is the method of movement that the Snatchers were using. That's right. They were using the abandoned tunnels of the old tube liner system to get from place to place. That's how they were able to move around without being noticed. Nielsen's apartment, the old factory, Queen's Hospital, all of their hideouts were connected by the tube liner. So maybe there is a tunnel under the main base as well. There's a good chance of that. Next, what phenomenon was always observed at any location where Snatchers appeared, including the underground tunnels? Sneezing from Snow 9. This is the phenomenon you're talking about. That's right. And what was the cause of the sneezing? Snow 9. This? You are correct. The sneezing was caused by the presence of the allergen Snow 9. Snow 9 is an artificial form of pollen developed by the military, and its presence is limited to certain regions. They were using it to interfere with radio transmissions and keep people away. They probably were producing it internally themselves, or intentionally. The only regions of the city where Snow 9 is still present are areas around the Ina River. It has been cleared out of other areas because of the danger it presents. So that means that the base must be somewhere near the river, right? That is a fair conclusion. They're probably somewhere near the Ina River, protected by the Snow 9. Accessible to the tube liner and near the river. And we must not forget that these photographs that we found the Snatchers with, all of them were related to the Soviet Union before the catastrophe. The map on the walls of the Nielsen's apartment, the picture of the temple in the director's office at the Queen's Hospital, the photo of the red square hidden in the chief's office. Why do Snatchers keep pictures and memorabilia like this? Maybe they're homesick? Maybe that's where they come from. Homesick? Get serious, Mika. They're robots, you know. Let's analyze this a little closer. What city is related to all three of these pictures? Moscow. This is the city they have in common. That's correct. It is Moscow. Moscow must be where they come from. That must be the basis of their programming. You might be right. Just as people have a hometown that's dear to them, the creators may have put a hometown into their programming. They use very advanced artificial intelligence systems, so they may have needed something like that to maintain their emotional balance. Yeah, they were born out of nothing, but they needed to give them some kind of image as an emotional base. So Moscow is their creator and their home. And the place that they found Jamie in.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this, we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Don't give up so fast, Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow
Oh, you can
alongside.
overlap that map because there's a red dot on it.
What's this?
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is the Moscow River over here.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So take me with you then.
Sound mixing
You head to
keeps
the summit
changing.
to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian.
Gillian?
Yes? What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back,
Mika.
relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
That's a promise, right? I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
This is the last turbo cycle. All right, before we head out, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode here. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. And I'm thinking at this point, we'll probably have 1, maybe 2 episodes left. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.